state. Let us pray. God of infinite possibilities, we gather here as partners to create a beloved community. With gratitude and humility, we thank you for the gift and responsibility of leadership. Bless all those gathered here tonight to plan for our common life together. Bless our council, our civic leaders, our first responders, our fire and police protection, our teachers, our healthcare providers, all our citizens, Lord. Bring us together with energy and intelligence, imagination and love. We ask your guidance, O Holy One, to shape Kennett as a community of respect and dedication. Help us to quiet our hearts and minds to hear your wisdom speaking. Guide our decisions with wisdom and our conversations with discernment. We ask this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good to see everybody tonight. Good to see everybody tonight. I don't think this is going to be too terribly long. First, we need to, somebody needs to make a motion to approve the minutes of the regular meeting last meeting.
Motion.
Second. We have a motion and second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. We're on to committee reports. Who needs to go with that? You, Keith, do you want to get that started? Do you have anything you need to go with?
Long ones, I want to wait for it to be last.
Yes.
Just real quick. I gave y'all another sheet from the KBI construction, and it's getting closer, but not quite there. They changed North Street to north of, but they put storm water or storm sewer instead of storm water. You see, I marked it out, put water there, but he's going to get that changed and back to me tomorrow. He's still a month or so out on getting this done. He said when he gets started, it'll be at least 3 months. But everybody will be able to get to their house or wherever they need to go up down that road while the construction's going on. Other than that, that's all we've got. Y'all don't have any questions. We are going to have a meeting Tuesday with the contractors for the asphalt to let them, give them the specs and everything of what we're wanting for the asphalt work this year.
And then Dennis, we'll talk about that a little bit later.
All right.
Because we're going to try that into a meeting also, if you can be there. Okay. All right. Who else do we have here? Chief, do you have anything?
Nothing for the place committee tonight.
On the humane side of things,
Yes, sir.
I don't think we realize how much work they put into trying to maintain the dogs and stuff in town. We thank you and your department for what you do.
Work hard for that, don't they? Yes. Keep it up. Have we had any action or any positive impact on looking at a new facility?
I'm meeting with people from Farina this Thursday.
Wonderful. All right.
I have
Nothing? You guys mad at me or something?
I'll make
Take
it
it
easy.
easy on you. Yeah, make it out.
Trying to make it easy on
He
you.
does have clean shirts still.
Yeah, a little bit.
I'll make up for all of them.
All right, Steve, you want to go ahead?
Go ahead and start. The Finance Committee met on Monday, February the 12th. The fiscal year 24 statements of revenue and expenses were reviewed, and the committee agreed that all departments were making good progress on staying within budget. So thank you for that. We're still going to keep the spending limits in place. And along with that, we're going to request that Brenda publish the 6-month city financials in the Daily Franklin Democrat. That's one of the things. On the proposed budgets, we had animal, police, and 911. They were not in the right format. Police and 911 didn't have the previous year column. So Brenda's gonna send you another template to fill out.
Okay.
The numbers and everything is okay. Animal didn't have the right format altogether, so we appreciate the time to turn them in time. We're still in the preliminary stages, so fine tuning those a little bit. Most of the other things are covered and will be discussed under new business. The only other thing that I have is during the recent audit report, it had some management recommendations in it. The finance committee is working to start placing some of this into place. So as we go, we're gonna click on you or make those changes. Randy, Lisa, am I missing something from that meeting? Anything else? Everything else is under new business, so as we go into new business,
All right.
I'll give you those recommendations of the
Would
finance
like to say
committee.
again, like Steve said, you all are doing a good job,
Yeah, a lot of-
Budget, current budgets look
Yeah.
good.
It's looking better this year than a year ago this time.
Everything.
A lot of work has been put into place. We're fine tuning a lot of things.
With a line item or two that was out, but
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah,
talk about the
overall-
line items when we talk about animal control here on under new business. So
the overall things look good.
overall, everything's looking good, so.
Great. Keep it up. Sounds good. All right, anything else, committee, department reports? Yes.
Industrial Committee? Okay, the Industrial Committee and the mayor met last Tuesday afternoon with Melissa Combs from the from the Dunklin County Economic Development Authority, and Jim Grieving from the Boot Hill Regional Planning Commission to discuss the grant application to the Delta Regional Authority. I had to write it down to keep all those different names straight. But we are eligible for a grant of up to $150,000 to create a strategic plan. Jim is going to put that request in by the end of next week, I believe, and then we'll wait to see if it is awarded. If it is, then we'll have some community engagement to help prioritize the areas of emphasis for the strategic plan. And just a reminder, this is being done at no cost to the city. There's no match for the grant, even if it is $150K. This is all funded by the Bipartisan Infrastructure Act of 2023. And the second thing is, if you drive by the museum, you'll see that the work started today on fixing the exterior in terms of washing it, cleaning it, patching, cracks and things like that. They're going to start painting it tomorrow. So we're, going to have that. That is kind of part two. There's a contractor.
There's another contract in place. Is there gonna be any warranty with this work?
I don't know.
You need to find
I
out.
can find out.
Okay.
I know they'll come back and do some patching on the painting after the window is taken care of,
Okay.
if there's touch-up.
We just wanna make sure that we have some
I'll check
coverage
with
in
Jay.
writing.
May I ask a question about the museum? Does the city carry insurance on that building?
Yes.
On that, I'd like to throw out that we're not seeking approval on bids, but we're gonna start looking on the inside at some of the work that needs to be done. Since this is getting done so quick, there's no reason to wait necessarily to start on the inside, so we'll be looking at that starting soon.
Very good. All right, anything else, Lisa, let's take care of it? Okay. Anybody else on the committee or department report? Unfinished business, the credit card policy.
We talked about that in the finance meeting, and our recommendation is that the Commerce Bank credit card account be closed when the new credit cards from First State Community Bank are distributed. Along with that, we need to have some kind of a policy developed for approval of the city council.
All right.
I don't know how long it's gonna be before.
It just sounded like that week Brenda was out, that we should be expecting them any time.
Okay.
And Brenda and I had talked about this, we probably need to give it a statement cycle
Correct.
before we close it out.
Yes. That would be
Make
good.
sure, because I know there's some, like the K9, there's some subscriptions that'll need to be moved over to a different credit card.
Yeah, once you distribute the new ones and close the account with
Yes.
Commerce Bank.
Good.
Yeah.
All right, so let's, update that next, meeting, the next, council meeting.
Okay.
Okay, and go from there. All right, well, there's no sense in it because we need to get that cycle. So after that, then we don't have to, it's part of business, so, yeah. Anything else on that? All right, let's go on to new business then. The Aerovac, we need to approve the expenses for Aerovac and survival flight for employees. And right now, that's $36.75 for Aerovac and $31.20 for survival flight.
Jen, is that the same as it was last year?
It varies because, I'm not Jen, but.
Okay. Sorry.
I can be. It varies because it depends on how many people you
Uh-huh.
have, but it's
Okay.
$75 per person. So Aerovac would be $36.75, and that one's due now. And then survival flight will be coming up in another
Okay.
week or so. And theirs is, as of last year, it was $60 per person. So the total for the two of them is $67.95.
Okay.
And these are for full-time people only.
And this continues our policy that we've had in place for several years now. All right, I
You need a motion
on
for that?
then.
I'll make the motion.
All right, motion, we have a motion. Second. Okay, any discussion? We have a motion on the floor to approve the Aerovac and survival flight enrollments. Any further discussion? All in favor?
It is budgeted, so.
It is budget. Any further discussion? All in favor? Say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Would you like to, Steve, you want to go ahead and discuss the animal control budget there?
Yeah, that was discussed during the meeting last Monday as well. The animal control revised some of the numbers, changed some of the line items, moved things around, but the bottom numbers stayed the same.
You need a
So-
breakdown of what changed.
We had it unless you want to.
We took the computer maintenance, which was 3511 down to 0. Distributed that money, we put 4,000 in fuel and oil, 800 in pest control, 961 in supplies, and 1,027 in utilities.
So they don't have any computer maintenance, is that what
They
you're saying?
don't have, you don't have a computer that you use, right?
We do have.
Well, we talked to Jan about it, Jan said to bottom it out.
Well, and that's,
To distribute it.
whenever, sorry, I'm speaking from the floor there, whenever, we were looking at, with our previous computer
Maintenance.
contract, and the estimate was gonna be $90,000 or whatever. I just took that and divided that out by department, and that came out to $3511 per year. And so then, when we changed to like gas and water, then we've been paying that full amount out of general admin, and that runs less than $2,000 a month.
23,000 something
Yep.
for the year.
So,
Instead of
now
90.
they do add on like the Google account, different things like that, but, it's about $1,600, a little less than $1,700 a month just for the
And that comes out of
standard
general.
service. And that's coming out of general,
So
and
they
it's
don't
not
have that
coming out of
expense
the
in the rate.
individual
That's
departments.
the reason they moved it.
Right,
And the
so
reason
they
we
just
added
reallocated that amount.
Them able to have fuel for this budget and supplies and pest control to continue to operate.
Okay, I just,
So it's actually budget neutral.
Yeah.
Correct.
It all came out the same, we just moved it in there.
Okay.
all you done is moved the nice sign out.
Yes. All right. Any more discussion? Okay, let's, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Talk to me about Mo Crew.
We got this, so we can approve this $20,000 for Mo Crew for the remainder of the year. And what's that gonna do is put Donnie, basically, his position is gonna be a beautification commissioner. And he's gonna be looking over the whole city as far as, we're gonna start with outside of the community, the main roads and everything, and then go to the, do everything else in quadrants, so we're not skipping from one side of town to the other every day. We'll set up a quadrant form for everybody, and Donnie will be doing all the mowing right now, which will take a little bit off of Keith and everything, but he also will be a floater, Donnie will. He'll work with the street department, and he'll also be on fire call if fire department needs him. So he'll be basically a floater for the whole city, but his main job was gonna be beautification for the city of Kennett.
This is a project we've been working on for a while.
Yeah, we've been working on this for several weeks.
Yes,
Make a motion. This was approved by the finance committee. I'll make a
Yeah.
motion.
okay.
This will come out of general revenue.
Okay.
I'll second that.
What did you come up with on the mower?
Right now, we're not gonna purchase another mower until next year's budget.
There's one at the compress, still out there. There was one at the compress.
All right, cool. Good.
But what we're wanting to do is, if Donnie's gonna be doing most of the mowing, we wanna put him on the best, one of the better lawnmowers that we have, if possible. That's what we wanna do, instead of, since we're not buying a new mower now to be on all the time.
Good. All right, so we have that, that's been approved, or we've got a motion and it's been seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? Motion passes.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
in addition to that, with the eclipse coming up in, it's more than a month, but not, basically it's just around the corner. We would like to suggest that all city employees,
We're asking all the departments to help us before the eclipse gets here, to help clean up different areas. I mean, I know I don't want you out on the road cleaning up or anything like that, but if you see something, call Donnie and let him know what area needs to be done or whatever. If some of your people can help out a little bit, just to volunteer before the eclipse gets here, to make everything look good for the people who are gonna be visiting Kennett that weekend. Just 'cause it's a 3-day deal, and we want it to look good when they get here.
will be,
So you're suggesting that we take some pride in our city?
Absolutely.
we would like that, the department heads to talk to your people and figure out something that you all can do to help. Not just sit here and talk about it, but, what can your people actually do to help clean up Kennett?
We will have some new people in town, and we need to show off with it all when possible. Very good, good idea.
I was just gonna brag on Donnie, because if you've noticed a brighter world in the
Oh,
city
yeah.
hall. It's lights in the hallway, the lights so bright in our fall room that we all look so tanned. The lights outside, there's actually outside lights all the way around the building, and he trimmed all of our shrubs around the building. So, yay. Looks good, Donnie. We appreciate
Keep it up,
very
keep it up.
much.
Very good. Those lights are important for me particularly.
Yeah, me too.
All right, well, thank you, keep that rolling. The fire department, the pay for captains and lieutenants, that would be
Another positive thing there. During our meeting, we want to recommend to reinstate all fire department pay cuts made for the fiscal year 24 budget, including all hourly cuts and all officer pay. After reviewing the numbers, we feel like we need to go back and reinstate those cuts.
Great.
And that will start with the current pay period that started yesterday.
That would be fine if we can do that.
All right.
So not tomorrow's pay, but the next.
No, it's
pay.
not,
Correct.
it's not going into the,
Okay.
it starts with yesterday's pay.
Yes,
pay-
it starts with pay
pay-
period.
Starts with current pay period?
Yes,
Okay, current pay period. So we need
This
a,
was done
is that a
during the
motion?
budget cuts.
Second?
yes, that's a motion.
And, okay, and a second.
Second.
Sat during the budget
I'll
cuts.
second.
Correct.
He made the motion.
All
He
right.
didn't
After
know.
reviewing their
Okay, so we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion on this?
Other line items.
You okay on that? Anything
Yeah.
else?
So I'll make a motion.
You have.
Okay. I was talking to Dennis, so I forgot to buy it.
You have, and Randy seconded. So we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion passes.
Mr. Bill?
Yes, sir.
If I could just real quick, thank you guys, and my guys greatly appreciate it. Thank you again.
Appreciate you hanging
We told
with
you
us in there too.
Look
Mayor,
at-
one thing I forgot to mention earlier, in the finance report was that another thing we want to request is beginning with the fiscal year 25 budget, the full-time and part-time salaries be separate line items. That's something that we feel like we needed to do to keep better track of our expenses.
Makes sense. So
So
that would go into effect next year then? with-
Correct.
Okay.
New proposed budget
Is that gonna be in this proposed for the next budget,
for this coming up.
this
budget.
coming up budget? Okay, because it's not split
Next
that way
fiscal
on
year.
ours.
No.
Yeah, it's not.
This will be something new for next submitted budget.
Okay.
I mean, you submitted one, but it'll fall into
I'll
that.
just have to go in there and,
You just have to break it down.
Break it down in 2 line items instead of 1.
that's, I'll work on that tomorrow and get it to Brenda for you guys.
So it doesn't, we don't,
We do the animal control too, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So we'll do a separate motion to reinstate the salary for those animal control people that took a pay cut at the beginning of the budget year 2.
okay, so we need to do that.
That's a separate motion.
So you want to make that a motion?
Yes.
Second, okay. We have a motion on the floor to reinstate animal control's budget, or pay
Pay,
scale prior to this fiscal cuts of this past year.
right, beginning with this current pay.
Within the current pay period. Do we have any discussion on that, Ben? Okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. Get your pay back. As well. And, all right, so we've got those budget items taken care of. We need approval of the balance sheet, revenue and expenditures. You want to discuss that? Do we have a
I'll make a motion that we
Okay.
approve them.
second?
We did review them during the.
Okay, we need a second on that motion?
I'll second it.
Okay.
Was
We
that
have,
all that was discussed during the finance committee?
Second?
All this was discussed during the
Yes.
finance committee meeting?
Yes,
Okay.
right here. I just didn't bring them up during the report because they were under new business.
okay, so we have a motion on the floor to approve the balance sheet, and all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Do we have any further new business to address? Brenda, that we have, I want to mention to the council that we're looking at, Human Resources looked at trying to change our time, sick time, vacation time, things like that, to hourly instead of per day, but with the way that different departments are listed in terms of their salaries, their days off, fire being so different than police, et cetera. We decided to leave it with a daily system, but we would like, I want you to just think about this, we would like to change it to where, and the council has to approve this, where we no longer allow for just 1 hour to be taken off. That's become quite a complicated mess, so we'd like to say minimum, if you take time off, minimum would be 1 hour. And, I'm sorry, half a day. Minimum is half a day. And, anyway, I think that would just save some of the front office and some of the hassle associated with trying to keep track of it. And, I guess we could discuss that further. Do you guys want to think about that? You want to go ahead and continue on discussion on that? Get that over with?
I'd like to table that.
Table? All right, motion is table. We need a second on that, I guess. All right, so we'll table that for right now. Everybody give it some thought, and we'll get back to that. Do you have anything else from Human Resources? Okay. Yeah. Looking at, yeah, I also like for y'all to start considering this in the budget and in the finance committee, as well as throughout the council here. We're looking at a turnover in the front office in probably April of '25. And when we do that, we'll want to make sure we have the time to train and do things that we've never done before, as in train the new staff. And we want See, we have some people that are interested in it, we gotta put the thumb on them a little bit to, try to encourage that. Y'all can be thinking about that as well. But we wanna start looking towards, giving everything a chance to be trained. So just keep that in mind for the future. All right. And any other new business? Any, public, have any public comments to make?
We have some new people in here. They're not new to Kennett, but they just kind of arrived back in Kennett. If you want to step up and give us your name.
Not really, thank you there.
Welcome to Kennett.
Put you on the spot right off the bat.
I appreciate that, I don't need to step up to the mic, but. Darryl Watson. I recently moved back to Kennett after being gone for 40 years. My wife Elva is back there. We're from Cali. Just ready to take on a challenge of helping Kennett out with whatever we can do.
Thank you.
Good.
Welcome back.
I know, I've been told that many times. Been told that already.
There's something suspicious with that. You left about the same time I got here.
Does that mean that you're leaving because I'm coming back? I just had to throw that out.
Can't never tell. Well, nice to have you with us.
Thank you.
Didn't mean to put you on the spot.
Oh, no, I'm okay.
We did.
I'm not scared of getting in front of people.
Do we have anything we wanted to bring up? Finger on. We're working on new policies, coming up with some new policies concerning injured employees, and we're meeting with the adjuster, and we've got a couple of those things going on, but had some issues with COVID, and so I had to cancel a few of those meetings is what's happened. But we'll be talking to an insurance carrier and all that. They're very cooperative in working with us on it, so we'll push forward on that. All right. Anything else? Do we have a need for a closed meeting tonight? I don't believe we do. All right.
Yeah,
Make a motion to adjourn.
Motion?
second.
Motion to adjourn second. All in favor?
Good job, Bill. Fine job.
Thank you. That was quick.